Hello, everyone. As we are aware, Salesforce recently launched Storefront Next, their new headless commerce framework, and I wanted to see how far I could push it. Most headless CMS platforms aren't built for this just yet, and almost all of them will charge you just to access their API. So I thought to myself, why not just build my own? We are on headless architecture after all, and I did just that, a purpose-built intelligence platform for Storefront Next. This is the true power of headless commerce. The homepage you're about to see, the hero, the product carousel, the category tiles, the featured content, every section is a CMS managed block. You can drag to reorder the content, you can toggle visibility, you can save as a draft, or you can publish. The storefront updates instantly. But I didn't stop at content. I added a conversational GA4 analytics agent directly into the platform. You type a question in plain English, for example, what does traffic look like by US states in the last 7 days? The agent queries GA4, runs the report, and gives you a summary with the data right in front of you. There's no dashboard to configure, just ask, and your questions are answered. Let me show you.
This is the login screen. We'll just log in here. Now here is the Commerce Ace Intelligence Platform dashboard. On the left, we've got the navigation, content, and analytics under Insights. Let's take a look at content real quick. The hero alone has a lot going on. This isn't a single static banner. It's a full carousel system. I've got multiple slides, each with its own headline, subtitle, call to action, and background. I can add, remove, reorder, a lot of different features. Let's play around with some of these settings. Let me show you the hero before we make some of these changes in the CMS. Notice we have the controls in the bottom right here, including arrows, the dots, and the slide effect. Now let's make some changes in CMS. We'll select Fade for slide transition. We'll disable the dots and the arrows and publish. Let's check the storefront, refresh, and notice the controls are gone and the slide effect has transitioned into a fade effect. Let's bring these options back and disable autoplay. Let's refresh storefront. Notice the autoplay is off and controls are back and functioning as expected. Here is a cool mobile feature. We'll disable the carousel, refresh the storefront in mobile view to notice the image is above the content. We'll go back to CMS, select content above image, publish, refresh storefront, and notice now the content is above the image. The background is where it really comes together, multiple gradient variants, and this noise texture overlay gives it that premium editorial feel. Completely changes the presence of the section. I also have this custom selector here, allowing you to select any color or enter values for hex color codes. Let's test it out real quick. We'll select any color, disable noise overlay. The cool thing about this background is that it automatically blends a gradient, giving the whole hero that cinematic editorial depth without any manual design work. Let me show you the content layout options here at the bottom. We have content on the left as you saw, but let's say you want a full bleed. We'll select it, publish it, refresh the homepage, and now you have the image as the background. This is a very powerful hero slider system. Let me show you some of these other sections. Let's take a look at featured products. This is connected directly to the business manager, and I can punch in any category ID here, and it will display the products assigned to that category. Right now we have men's category displaying under featured products, as you can see, but let's say we want to display women's featured products. We'll update the category ID to women's, update the title to women's, publish, refresh storefront, and now we have women's featured products displaying. Let's say instead of category ID, we want specific product IDs to display under featured products. We'll just punch in the product IDs separated by comma here, publish, and they automatically take priority over the category ID, refresh storefront, and now we have specific product IDs showing under featured products. The sections can easily be dragged into position. Let's say we want the featured products to be above the hero carousel. We drag, publish layout, refresh storefront, and the change is instant. Now the analytics layer. This is the GA4 agent. Here we have the settings, simple and straightforward. The platform connects directly to your GA4 property through Google Open Authorization. Read-only access, secure token refresh. Once you have that set up, we can ask the agent questions such as, what does traffic look like based on US states only for the last 7 days? And here's the breakdown, folks, with a data table right below the summary.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is Headless Commerce meeting AI, built entirely on Salesforce Storefront Next. And this is just the foundation. On the roadmap, I have multi-environment publishing, dev, staging and production, version history so you can roll back any change, a localization layer with an AI translation agent, an asset manager, and UI refinements across the dashboard to improve user experience. The architecture is Node, Express, PostgreSQL on the backend, React on the dashboard, and Claude powering the analytics agent. Everything is modular, everything is independent. This is what I've been building with Commerce Ace the past couple of weeks. And if you're working in the Salesforce Commerce ecosystem or thinking about what's possible with Headless and AI, I'd love to connect. Feel free to drop me a comment or reach out. Thanks for watching.